Hello everyone. So I'm playing some Monster Hunter here today, and I hope everybody had good holidays, had a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. But I decided to play some Monster Hunter again. I fell in love with this game a long time ago. Back on PlayStation, I think it was PlayStation 2, with the Monster Hunter original that came to the West. And I remember using the Greatsword, the Velocidrome, I think it was Velocidrome Greatsword, was like the reddish orange fangs. I'm pretty sure I could count the pixels inside that thing.
What the fuck?
But this is a series I fell in love with a long time ago. I remember hunting that. I remember my very first time fighting Rathalos and Rathian. And it's just, you couldn't describe the feeling you had as a kid fighting these giant, huge monsters and seeing how they interacted with the environment. Traveling from like zone to zone, gathering up all these items to basically being a hunter and gatherer. You're fighting off these giant predators as a human, well, basically a superhuman, because you're lifting these giant swords. But regardless, it's just pretty incredible. Like you hunt these monsters, and it's like this loop of like you hunt this monster and you get its parts and stuff like that. You craft gear and items and weapons to then go out and hunt, other monsters and stuff like that. And it's just a very nice, like, generalized loop of like just constantly getting your gear better and better. And it just gave me that like craving feeling. Not to mention, like, as the games progressed, you got to do more and more cool stuff with these monsters too, like interact with them a little bit better. Like in World, especially, like, from what I know, like the Monster Hunter games have always had a problem with getting a really good audience in the West, getting the game like really it's had like a cult following, but it's never been like overly popular. Monster Hunter World really helped bring it to the West and get it popularized. It was on Xbox, it was on PlayStation, it was on PC. It was really popular. I think there was even crossplay. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think there was crossplay, and it was a beautiful time. And they added it into where like the monsters, like, it was a fully open map. Like there was no loading zones. If you got chased by a monster, it could follow you across the map, and it would like chase you through vines and thickets and stuff like that. And it was really cool and interactive, and it just gave like this extreme breath of life into the monsters in the game. And not only that, but they would have territorial fights with each other, like Rathalos and Anjanath, which is one of my favorite monsters, like this T-Rex that breathes fire through its nose, and it sprouts these like wings from its back, like kind of like a butterfly sort of, and it snots out fire. And its battle with the Rathalos was amazing, because like the Rathalos breathes fire and it drops her from the sky. It's just so cool to see these monsters interact with each other. And that was a game I played. Monster Roll was one that came out recently, but as a kid, just playing that series growing up, just seeing these monsters interact with each other was just like David versus Goliath feeling. And that's a feeling I've loved since I was a kid. And it's one of the was breathed back into me whenever I started playing the other consoles and other systems and platforms with Dragon's Dogma, because you could climb these monsters and like fight them and stab them and do all that kinds of stuff, and that's pretty much what I really enjoy doing. And I hear that Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming, and I'm excited for that. And I hear that the next sequel for the Monster Hunter series is going to be a sequel to Monster Hunter World, and I'm excited for that as well. But the reason I say all this is because I wanted to ask you guys if you would be okay with seeing some Monster Hunter content. Currently, I am climbing through Monster Hunter Rise on PC. I played it on Switch, and I stopped after the campaign on Rise. I'm not going to give any spoilers for those of you that haven't played it yet, but the 2 Elder Dragons towards the end, I'll say that, because you won't know what I'm talking about if you don't know. But the 2 Elder Dragons towards the end of the game, where you fight them, is where I left off after beating them. And then I went and stopped playing, and I'm like, alright, well, I'll get it on PC, and we'll go from there when Sunbreak comes out. And that's what I'm doing now, as I'm playing this and catching up, and I'm going through it with my buddy Exo. But other than that, like I said, I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. I am Casualty, and I'll see you all around.